With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our... It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
First down, it's Ware. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. They'll look to throw here. This one hauled in by Sample. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, first down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 33. Off-play action. Carry. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. They'll run straight ahead with Ware. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th. So a decision to be made. Is this something, opening drive maybe they discussed before the game?
They had to, and that's the responsible way of getting ready for a game. You go through situations with your staff, you go through scenarios, and you read your team. If we're in this spot and we're moving the ball well, is this a time to go for it, or is it a time to be a little bit cautious? I think...
And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Black Knights' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a look here at their signal caller, the 5th-year quarterback.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He's going to try and take off with it. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. But you look at this defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions,
pressure comes and down he goes. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They just got to go seize it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the 1st drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw, when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the 1st time tonight. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McGee. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be gathered up in the end zone. And that's a defensive touchdown. Once that ball was loose, the question was, would this be 2 or would it be 6? It's 6. The defense able to pounce on it.
And for the offense, the training didn't really kick in, did it? Once that ball comes loose, you got to get on it, make sure that you recover it, or make sure you punch it out of the end zone. Anything but give it to the defense to score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. McGee. That's caught out right by Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. But you look at this defense. They were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Well, pardon me, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Off the play fake. Carey. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing to start the drive. McGee. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 3 catches, 55 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
2nd and 6. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. McGee. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he goes out right around the 39. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive. But right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Back to throw. McGee. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McGee, he's got the connection left side to Brown. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Throwing on 1st down. McGee completes it to Jennings. He'll wind up getting just a yard, and it's second down. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On second down, they'll run it here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In trouble, and he's taken down. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Dancing away at the 35. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2nd and 14. And he's got his big tight end here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. So a great play there for this highly regarded linebacker making his first career sack.
And his versatility on display right there. Look, we've known him primarily as a tackler and a cover man, but he can go get the quarterback when the situation calls for him, as he just did right there.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carry. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, he worked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down. And they'll try to run the option here. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2nd down and 4. Off-play action. McGee on the move to his left. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On first down, McGee. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back to throw. McGee getting the football to Davis on an out route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first and 10, McGee. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Throwing on first down, McGee. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. McGee. That is caught. And they have a first down and well into field goal range also at the 16 now. On first down, McGee. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a throw here, hauled in. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
26. On 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. McGee. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw. McGee. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have cut the lead back down to 2. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already...
Ware gets hit and the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, McGee. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Dolphins.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. McGee. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. McGee. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
To throw on third down. McGee. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is good. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And, frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. McGee. And that's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, McGee. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is right there. It's good.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. Carey. He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This 2nd and 4. Right side here with Ware. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Mendoza. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week, and they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. McGee. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now just east of Manhattan in Brooklyn. 2nd down and 8. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down. McGee got his tight end. That's complete. That's Jennings. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Tried to roll out and make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there it's really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend a play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and you end up getting sacked.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Black Knights have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Miami set to take over. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and that'll make it 2nd down. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Back to throw. McGee. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st and 10, McGee. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Throwing to start the drive. Carey. He finds his man. Complete. It's Little. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
He'll keep it himself.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. First down.
It looked like almost a miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball. But the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Now 2nd and 5.
From the gun, they run with Ware. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Carey. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
82 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Throwing on 1st down. McGee. That's caught out right by Jennings. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, McGee. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And a quick throw here that's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. A give to Ware. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Carey. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there. A breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
On 1st down, Carey firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So obviously that one really hurts not to be able to convert. But this one's not over yet, Charles. Look at the clock, and then also 2 timeouts still left for them.
And if I'm coaching the defense, I think I'm going all out. And what I mean by that is nothing but pressure packages going at them. I'm going to force them on offense to kind of gamble a little bit because I will leave openings, all right? You can sting me, but how often will they want to do that? They're going to want to run the ball and bleed the clock. I'm going after them, hoping to make a big play.
And in a sense, 3 timeouts with that 2-minute warning looming.
A great note right there because it was the 2 timeouts. They get a 3rd one back. They still have a chance.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On 3rd down, McGee. It's caught by Brown.
And he is going to have a Miami 1st down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
They'll run again.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got Dolphins shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
It's a 4th quarter, partner, and everyone's looking for a hero in the 4th quarter. They just found found theirs.
There's so much for the offense coming out, trying to mount that go-ahead drive. They get it right there on the punt return.
And a punt return play can change the momentum so many different ways and maybe put a team in command.
They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So the Dolphins now down by 1. A little over a minute and a half remaining. And the fourth down stop gives him a new lifeline, at least for the moment. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. He'll look to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. He's back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Operating from the gun, McGee. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The protection really holding up that time. That's what you want in the 2-minute drill, but the coverage equally as good.
Yeah, I'd say it's protection both sides, right? Get it for the quarterback, make sure you have time to throw the football, and he did. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it downfield. So the coverage, as you noted, terrific.
This for all the marbles. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the game will continue for at least one more play.
To not finish a game on a defensive penalty, that's why they get one more untimed attempt.
And he got it! The kick is good, and a fantastic finish here on a Monday night. And it'll be a good time at South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Miami, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Brooklyn, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm